Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You see in the distance there's a big C sign. We're on South Pattaya Road, just near Big C. And if you remember on the podcast, the last video, we had a chat to Jack, with the guy on the right with the white shirt. He owns Macallan Insurance, and we're going to have a chat to him because so many of you guys have asked me about insurance, particularly health insurance, which we're going to deal with right now.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is basically the continuance of the TIT podcast Pattaya, where we said that we will introduce to you professional contacts that will help you to make an easy entry into Pattaya. Today we have Jack, that you know of course from the podcast of the 4 people. And Jack is actually an insurance broker. Hi Jack.
Hi.
Loves cakes, great guy, lives here already 33 years. Maybe I'm actually one of his customers, that's how I met him, and maybe I can start by how I got to know him. Okay. Because I need to make health insurance, so I checked out which one is a good health insurance. Of course, I didn't know anything about broker, and I thought a broker would take extra money from me, so being smart as I am, I went directly to the headquarters in Pattaya and I spoke to a Thai lady, which was a branch manager, and made the insurance. And she actually gave me very little information, which basically was, this is a policy, read it, sign here, this is what you need to pay, that's it. In the time that I had to renew the policy 1 year after, I stumbled via Facebook to his name and the company, Macallan Insurance Broker. So I contacted him and we met up and he explained me all about the insurance and he gave me actually much more information than the company himself. So that's how I met him. I already done 1 year with him, renewed it, received additional information, and next year, now in October, we'll be renewing again. And I'm bringing you the guy who's got all the informations, and maybe now we can ask some questions and he can provide some useful informations.
We'll try.
We'll try, exactly. So what, again, you're a professional contact person who can help anyone who's planning to come here. What services can you provide them?
We provide mainly health insurance, car insurance, house, condominium insurances. If you want to start a business, we do small, medium enterprise businesses, but we also do very large factories, insure condo units, the whole condominium, we insure some hotels. If it's insurable, we'll insure it.
And you're dealing with few companies which are doing the health insurance, so you're not limited only on one company?
No, we deal with a number of companies, all of which are licensed to sell in Thailand. And that means that if you disagree with anything that I do or don't like it or feel like you've been robbed, you can go back to the regulatory body, the Office of the Insurance Commission, and say, I don't think this is right. Actually, it doesn't happen.
In the whole 33 years.
But it can.
It can. Yeah, no, my point was that you're not representative of one company, but you basically represent all the companies who are selling health insurance.
We represent all the companies who are licensed to sell in Thailand.
By the way, I actually spoke to you about it, and you told me because I'm already in with, I've done already 1 year, I should actually keep it and renew it, so I will save or safeguard my benefits that I collect in the first year. Maybe you can explain a little bit what you mean by this.
If you have the policy for a year and you haven't made a claim, they will give you a 10% bonus. That comes directly off your next year's premium. If you do 2 consecutive years, 15%, 3 consecutive years without a claim, you get 20%, and they've just introduced a 4th consecutive year in which you will get 25% of the next year's premium. That is nice, but it's not the most important thing, because if you change companies, then the company that you change to does not have the medical record of your good health that the previous company did have.
And for my age, I was then 56, no previous history. They have scales which is from 56 to 60 and then goes up in the group. My cost was then 80,000 baht. However,
For 1 year.
for 1 year. However, then they have the different options, which basically say, this includes everything 80,000 baht. However, if you don't want to have outpatients, they deduct me 20%,
20%.
which was around 20,000 baht. Then I also had the option that I said, okay, I'm willing to pay the first 40,000 baht per year out of my own pocket. They deduct me for this another 25% off. Is this correct?
That is correct.
So basically, my insurance cost me 40,000 baht, starting from 80.
A little bit more than 40,000.
I actually paid 41 with the agency.
With-
The year after I went to Jack, he gave me the same prices, and he actually recommended me to stay with this company. And then actually I received the 10% discount.
Much for a 50-year-old just coming to Thailand.
It should be around the same as mine, just
Jack
yeah.
answer.
Easy way to answer is to have a quick look. It depends how much cover you want.
The same that I have, the 5 million.
About 60,000 baht for Premier Plus, which covers you for 3 million baht, and about 80,000 baht for a maximum. Okay, health insurance will normally in this country, they will not have a pre-existing condition. So if you have a history of heart attacks, they probably won't cover cardiovascular in the future. Pre-existing conditions could be down to a dodgy knee. If you have one dodgy knee, they probably won't include both knees because you tend to favour the knee that is good. They're very, very logical. And now, which they didn't have 33 years ago when I came here, they have access to computers. What that means is that 30 years ago, maybe you could hide things because even hospitals didn't have much on a computer. You can't hide things now. They will find out. They will go back to your back hospital records. Just now only in Thailand, but more and more, they're starting to look at people's overseas records. It's not a lot just now, but it's a little bit. So when you come over here and you've had an issue with a cancer, they will find out about it. If it's a skin cancer, they may only say skin cancers aren't covered, and maybe a specific type of skin cancer. But if you don't declare it and they find out, they can just cancel your policy. So you have to be very careful. The policies that we sell generally go up to and include age 99. But if you are 100, we can't find anyone to insure you as yet. It may change in the future. But if you do live to be 99, I and my company here will earn an awful lot of commission off you, which is nice because the price goes up every 5 years for most companies. Some companies choose to put it up every single year, but most of the ones that we deal with every 5 year increments, 56 to 60, 61 to 65, 66, and so on and so forth, all the way up. The price increases get bigger as you get older because actuarially, speaking, more people get sick when they're older than they do younger.
So if you're over 50, it goes up quite a lot each time.
It goes up from 50 to 51 to 56, maybe from 50, maybe 10%. But by the time that you reach the age of 70, you're looking at 20-25% increase every 5 years. A basic health insurance will cover everything, including accidents. It's possible to get just an insurance for accidents only. It's a lot cheaper, but they tend to finish when you're 85 years old.
Okay. So like multiple accidents, then you're covered for things like that. If you fall off your motorbike.
Yes, if you fall off your motorbike, as long as you're not drunk.
Yeah.
We could get into drunk driving when we do something about motor cars, but we won't do it just now.
Yeah.
Then we're starting to get notification, but we can't sell them yet, specific plans for cancer that will pay a lump sum. They won't pay for your hospital benefit, but if you are diagnosed with cancer, then they will pay a lump sum. And also for a certain amount of diseases, like cancer, like heart problems, like diabetes, where if you are found to have these later in life, they will pay a lump sum. So that's a new thing coming out right now. We've seen the rough sketch of it, but we haven't seen anything including prices yet. But it will be a lot cheaper if cancer is a major worry for you.
I have a question. If I get hit by a car,
Yes.
which insurance is paying? The driver's whose fault it was? And if he doesn't have insurance, then my insurance would cover it?
First of all, it's the car insurance due to pay. That's if he stops, anyway. And then after that,
If he stops, yeah, okay. And he's not driving reverse to finish me off, okay.
then after that, if he's fled the scene, you are covered
Okay.
by your medical insurance.
Would this cover the full bill of the hospital, or is there only a limitation that the insurance would cover?
The limitation is the size of your policy. So if you have 5 million baht, you can have a really big accident and still be covered.
Right. Because I remember when you had the interview with Das, and Das asked the question, what would be the difference between somebody walking into the hospital with an insurance policy and without? And
This is a cartoon picture which Jack has on the wall of the office. Really funny.
another question. Now I have my insurance. Can I go, let's say, travel to the Philippines for a month, and if something would happen there, then the insurance would cover?
Great question. You are covered abroad for a maximum of 180 days a year and a maximum of 90 days per single trip.
Right. Exactly.
So, is there anything more about health insurance you'd like to add?
Yes.
Okay.
The most important thing I find about health insurance is that everybody's different. So it's no good saying this is an average, that's an average, the other's an average. People need to come in, sit down, talk to me. All the girls there speak really good English and they all know what they're talking about. And then we'll give you a range of options to suit your price. My own personal view is that the minimum premium, not premium that we should sell, but the minimum sum insured that we should sell is 3 million bahts per confinement, that's per time in hospital.
Yeah.
We don't go over that often, but it is becoming more common.
Right.
And the ones that we sell most often are between 5 million, a few at 10 million, but 3 million and 5 million are the two for every company that we sell the most often, and I think 5 million baht will be adequate for the next X number of years.
Okay.
We can only change a policy at policy anniversary. We can't change it midway through. With the policies that we sell, if you use 2 million baht, say for a heart attack, and you renew your policy, that the whole amount is reinstated on policy renewal. Also, it's possible to have deductibles, which means that you're responsible for the first 20,000, 40,000, 100,000 per year, usually. But you have to be careful. Some companies say it's not per year, it's per case. So you have to be careful in that, not to be caught out.
Right.
I think one of the most important things is if really something happens, for example, an accident, You just give him a call and he will be dealing with everything.
Give the broker a call. Okay.
Fine, okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See you in the next video.
Thanks for listening, guys. Now, the reason we did this video is because so many of you guys have asked me about health insurance. So if you're about, say, 50 years old and you're very, very healthy, your first insurance here, you get about 3 million cover for 60,000 baht, but it goes up and up and up and up. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please have a look at Patreon. I've got all the uncut Soy 6 videos, and please subscribe, like, share, ring the bell. See you in the next video.